Welcome to episode 22 of the 8-Bit Podcast, where we don't have head crabs. I'm Unicorn Muffin, aka the host, aka the creator of all of the videos. I have Anil and Crazy Redhead with us today. Waffles won't be with us. It's kind of sad, but it happens.
Yikes! What's up?
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good, dude. Honestly, I'm like super full, so I'm gonna be very chill today.
Oh god, what are you full of?
Popcorn shrimp. Wait, is that what it is? Yeah, popcorn shrimp and mozzarella sticks. Isn't that a great combo? Popcorn shrimp and mozzarella sticks?
I love popcorn shrimp and I love stuff.
There you go. Easy. Lily, how are
What
you
about
doing
you?
today?
Oh my god.
Oh, God. Well, I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. I worked all day. It's super dead. College is out, so I'm just kind of like, dying very slowly.
Yeah.
What about you, Tiff?
Been alright day. I'm still getting over my sickness. But I actually was subbing at the high school, and it's like been like teacher appreciation day or what a week. And so the whole faculty got Longhorns for lunch. So it was a pretty good day.
I actually never had Longhorns.
Are you
What?
kidding me?
Yeah, I've never had Longhorns. What is
My
it?
god, a
Just-
nil.
When you mention, I'm like, wow, it's like Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse is better, but it's still
that.
really good. Like I
Yeah.
go there every year for my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you get from there?
Either the bourbon salmon or the filet with broccoli or mashed potatoes.
Oh god, that sounds so good.
Yeah, Lily. So you've been there before?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Everybody just like heard me talk, but you guys did not. Yeah, when I lived in Ohio, there was a Longhorns. Ours wasn't that good, so like we didn't eat there all the time. But yeah. It's delicious steak. I personally prefer brown derby.
We don't
Tell
have
me-
that here.
Yeah, which is that must be like an Ohio thing.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. So what has everybody been playing? Lily, I feel like I know the answer. Is it World of Warcraft?
How did you know?
I mean, I'm just real smart. You know what I mean? I'm just real smart.
Yeah, I've been playing WoW. I've been playing Diablo. I've also been playing a little bit more of Detective Pikachu.
I've never
Okay.
heard of that game.
You've never
you
heard of
mentioned it.
Detective Pikachu?
You mentioned it, I think, last week. So what is it about again?
It's a sassy Pikachu detective.
Oh my god.
I'm being completely serious.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're the only person that can understand him. And you just go around solving crimes. It's kind of a healthy mix of like Professor Layton's and like Ace Attorney.
Mm-hmm.
It's super good.
Is it?
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds-
it's one of my favorite things.
What
Like
is- what platform is it on?
3DS.
Oh, really? So it's like the mobile game. Pretty neat.
I mean,
pretty neat.
technically, yeah, it's mobile.
I mean, not like like handheld.
Okay, that makes a lot
No,
more
I
sense.
mean-
'Cause I'm like, well, I mean, technically, yes, it's
Yeah.
mobile, but it's not like it's not like mobile.
Yeah, it's not like what's that one? God, I'm such a brain fart. The one where you capture the Pokemon Go. It's not like
There
that
you go, the mobile app.
Mm-hmm. Dude, do people even still play that?
I think so.
Kind of. I get notifications that I need to start playing again, then I'm like,
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week too, where it's like one of the places that you used to go to is no longer a Pokestop or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feels bad.
Yeah,
It
it's
just sucks. Like it doesn't like I've ran out of Pokeballs and I'm like I'm not going out just to get Pokeballs.
what's
F that.
super funny is we used to have a Pokestop like next to us, and it was the Sprint store, and
Yeah.
then Sprint got our sprint. This words English is not my forte today. I'm so sorry. Sprint separated. There we go from Radio Shack, and we lost our Pokestop.
Dang.
It was terrible because I was like, I liked having a Pokestop because I actually played, and then now I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I never really got into Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, I think I hit that.
There's something wrong with you.
Calm down, okay? All right. I was much more of a Dragon Ball Z kind of person.
Why
so I used to watch that. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing. Listen, hold on. I just my age, my generation was like Pokemon, dude. What is that? What do you even mean? You know? I just never got into it. I don't know why. I just never got into it.
Bitch, you're my age, and my generation was into Pokemon. I remember playing on the playground with my deck and just beating the crap out of people because I was better.
I mean, I don't know. It's just that like was like Yu-Gi-Oh really big during that time as well. Was it like a battle between both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh? So I never got into either one of those. I
still have my deck.
You know what I played as far as like a card game? Like not a lot, but I wanted to get into, but you know, obviously my pea brain was like, what happened? What do I need to do? Magic the Gathering.
I have so many decks for Magic.
Yeah, I have one deck, and I beat my friends with that deck, and I stopped playing. I retired. I was 1-for-0, so
1-for-0. Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, I'm undefeated. So, bam, you know.
Well, yeah, I think next time we hang out, bring your Magic deck, and I'll kick your butt. I'll make it 1-1.
I think I either have it somewhere here, or I may have given it to my brother's, not my brother's, my friend's brother. So, you know, I might be out of that. I haven't played in so long, so. That was the only thing I got into. As far as card games, you know? Because I was just like, I've always kind of played like either console or PC stuff. So anything more than that, I'm just like, what? You know?
Oh, most definitely. But no, I'll make your record 1-for-1. It's okay.
All right, whatever. Okay.
I believe her.
Calm down. I'll have like the stupid luck. You know what I mean? I'll like somehow just win everything. It's like I don't know how to happen. Just beginner's luck, I guess. Or maybe I'm like a Magic Gathering like shark or something like that, like the pool shark.
A pool shark? What?
Yeah, you know what a pool shark is? Like where they're like, man, I'm so bad at this game, but then they're like ridiculously good.
Oh, like that. That's not what that means.
Yeah, it is. What is it? What does it mean when you're like, you pretend to be really bad at the game at pool, and then you're just like, dang, he's really good, or she's really good.
Well, here's the thing. It's that person knowing they're good and tricking the others saying they're bad.
Yeah, it's a person who engages in hustling.
Yeah. You aren't that good. You're just lucky.
Listen, but I'm just saying, I could be. You don't know. I could be pretending this entire time, Tiff. This entire time. You don't know. Actually, I know that for a fact that I'm god awful at the game. So, it's fine. You're right.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
Bullied. God bless.
The truth hurts.
Yeah, you know, you're right. So Lily's been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. Very nice. And what was the game again? Detective Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu.
Man, interesting. I have been playing. Yeah, I've been playing more not World of Warcraft. Jesus.
Salty Watch?
Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch ever since I finished God of War, and I've been thinking about dabbling into some more like single player games, like just story driven games. So like when Detroit Become Human comes out, I'm gonna be playing that for sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then State of Decay 2, when that comes out, I'm gonna be playing that as well. So
it sounds like you're playing by yourself a lot.
I mean,
he doesn't have a girlfriend, so
yeah. So
he doesn't have friends.
Oh,
what do you mean? Literally every time it's like, hey man, hey no, can I play? I'm like, no, denied. All right. It's more than likely.
You can never say no.
Yeah, I know. I can't. It's just like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, but you have more than 3. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead. We'll just stack up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And I get mad.
I'll suffer. I'll suffer just to make y'all happy.
Right.
My bot's not up, so my thing didn't work.
Rip.
What happened?
Tried to use one of my commands and it didn't work.
Oh.
Because I have... It's funny because it was supposed to post a link to like a list of all the burn wards in the United States.
Oh my god. Nice. Very nice.
It's just one of the dumb commands I have for my channel. I have quite a few dumb ones. But what about you, Tiff? What if... Oh, shit. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm just stocking top. I'm just kidding. No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
Tiff, what have you been playing?
Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege. Been getting back into Rocket League. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm a little too competitive for it though.
Yeah, you get really into the game.
I get a little
It's just
into
like,
it.
Tiff, calm down. What's going on? You changed. Someone get Tiff a Snickers. I think she might be hungry. So, nope, she's just playing Rocket League. That's just her.
Just Rocket League.
Just Rocket League.
Yeah.
So is it like with Rocket League and the way that competitive works? Is it like seasonal or is it?
Yes.
You just keep playing until you get the rank. So how long is a season?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it just reset, but what's cool about Rocket League is so you're trying to, get the highest rank, but if you win, you get a point to get a reward for that level, You can get you have to get 10 wins to get the reward for bronze, 10 wins to get the reward to silver,
Yeah.
So it's like it's actually rewarding you for getting high up. It's not just, oh, you made it and you get this badge. You actually get like special wheels and sprays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To customize.
So like the way to rank up in Rocket League, do you have to have consecutive wins or is it just like?
Yes, pretty much.
I'm assuming that it has to be. That sucks.
I mean, it just depends on your rank, If you're going against people of the same rank, you're not going to lose or gain that much. But if you're close, it's like CS:GO. When you're close to your rank up game, you can, and you beat people higher than you, they'll drop.
Yeah, they'll drop pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the.
It's pretty equal. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Rocket League that I don't like. The more wins you have in a row, the harder opponents it will place you with. So that's why, like, you win 2 or 3 in a row, you just want to quit and let it reset. So when you come back, it's same skill level and you're not playing out of your league too much.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. Doesn't Overwatch do stuff like that?
I don't know if it necessarily does it that way. I feel like Overwatch is a bit harsh with their ranks. Like when you win a game, I forget what the SR is. Taco or Ryan had linked me like a whole like spreadsheet of how many games you play and how much SR you gain. I feel like the more games you win, the less SR you get towards as long as you've been playing. And when you lose, it's bad. Like you lose a lot of SR just for losing a game.
Okay.
And it sucks because, you'd figure you'd win a game, it'd just be all even. You know what I mean? Like you gain 15 SR for winning, you lose 10 SR for losing or something like that.
But it's just, I feel like it's just based on winning or losing, not even rank.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, it feels so unfair, because with Overwatch and a lot of other competitive games, it's very team-based. And, towards the end of the season, I didn't really believe people when they said, like, don't play towards the end of the season because you get a lot of people that just end up throwing just because it's the end of the season. And I can't tell you how many times we just had people that would just go to a character that they've never played or whatever and just pretty much want to throw the game. And it was the most frustrating thing. And I lost so much SR.
What was that guy's name? Jay?
Jay. Yeah, we had a guy.
Oh my God.
That wasn't even towards the end either. That was legit like at the very beginning of like placements and whatnot. We had a guy that if you went to Hanzo, he would play Widowmaker the
Widow.
entire time, and it would just be like
Just to throw.
every game he would just go Widow, and then he would say, "Can you swap off a Hanzo?" And I'll start playing the game, and it's just like, really, you're gonna do this right now? And it sucks because it's a competitive scene and you want everybody to do well, but you'll have people that will just want to ruin your day, and then that's the internet, I guess, you know?
That is the internet. That's shitty.
Yeah, it sucks. And like a part of me is just kind of like, I don't want to play comp anymore. And I've noticed a lot of people ever since Fortnite, you know what I mean, has come out and become more of a staple in like streaming and whatnot.
Mhm.
A lot of the Overwatch people have went to Fortnite and even branched out to maybe some other games. And it sucks because Overwatch was such a good game. And like I just now started getting into Overwatch. But it's kind of sad to see that it's becoming such a toxic community, and I don't want to use that word very like as like a bad thing, but it's been really bad as far as people wanting to just make other people upset or whatever.
I
And
mean,
it just
no, I
sucks.
completely understand.
Yeah. I mean, like, even today, there was a guy that said, I was playing with Yanni, and he was Hanzo, and he was like, one guy said, listen, we might need to swap out our DPS, or we need to do something different. And someone had said, wow, that's a passive aggressive way of saying that we suck. And it just escalated into this huge fight in between this one guy and everybody else. And we just had a guy sit and spawn the entire time, and everybody just, you know, everybody was just calling everybody in like names and whatnot. And it was just like, this is what happens when you just want to play a game and you just want to try to win, but someone says something and someone takes it a little bit too far. And it's just like, what happened? Just because someone had asked someone to swap a character, you know, to just switch things up, it turned into this entire argument, and everybody is just mad at everybody. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I don't know what happened and how we got here, but it's just, it sucks because that is where Overwatch has gone to. And it's not just Overwatch. I mean, there's other games that people are really competitive in, and they just take it a bit too far, and it sucks.
I mean,
know?
I think that's with any game, honestly.
Yeah.
Where if there's any sort of competition, it's, you know, well, I'm like the best player and you guys all suck, and if you guys don't do what I say you're gonna do, I'm just gonna be a jerk the whole time. I've noticed that in like a lot of competitions.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you see that in like Rocket League as much, Tiff, but like, what about R6? Do you have like a lot of people that are pretty toxic in that game as far as like, oh, I'm the best at this player, someone needs you to swap off whoever?
I mean, there is toxicity, but it's not really like character based, you know?
Yeah.
It's more like play style. Like
Yeah.
you'll find people who are rush. Like, so when I play, I usually don't go below a 3-man just so you can have a majority.
Yeah.
But if you have some randoms will just run in by themselves and be like, why, where's my team? Why didn't you follow me? I'm like, well, we're still back here. You ran on your own. And like, then that tilts everyone. You know, there's
Yeah.
it's when there's no communication and someone does it on their own and then gets pissed that their team didn't follow them when they didn't even communicate
Oh, those are the worst.
what they're going to do. I'm like, yes, I can read your mind through the internet.
Yeah. But that's one of those things too, is like, it's so weird to think about whenever you play a game where it's very, you have to communicate with your team a lot, but then you get like some games where you don't have to say a word. And you get like, you know, obviously like for me, I'm going to talk about Overwatch, where you get like a tank that knows when to push in and when to, you know, kind of fall back a little bit to get some healing. And you know, when DPS knows who to focus on, like if we have a Pharah, then we have a soldier that focuses a Pharah or whatever. And it's so nice to know that you don't have to communicate and you could just play off of each other. But then once you queue up to the next game and you go to another group, it just completely falls apart somehow. And it's like, it's interesting to see that because you get like one really good game and then the next game, it could just all fall apart. But I guess it's kind of like a chemistry thing. It kind of comes with time when you kind of know what people do and how you play off of their play style and whatnot. But I don't know.
Me and my R6 team, like we'll talk a little, just mainly call outs, but it's not a lot. Like,
yeah.
What's cool about R6 is like I'm the main call out person, and my team like trusts me so much that they don't question what I say. They know what they trust me, and that's what I like. They're not like, oh, are you sure, Tiffany? Like, they're like, oh, okay, let's go kill them, and then they'll get kills, and it's like the greatest feeling ever when you have that chemistry and you actually win because you trust each other and you listen to each other,
Yeah.
That's how it was when I would raid on WoW. I had basically, well, before we got new raiders that were POSs, the tank I had, like, we didn't have to communicate. Like, we just knew what needed to happen and when, and it was actually kind of nice. And then, like, having just, like, a team that I can rely on when I need them to be there, I mean, that's great. But then the problem we ran into later on when we had the POS raiders is they didn't listen, or they started blaming people other than themselves for what was going on. Like, we would wipe several times, and then they're like, well, it's the tank's fault. And I'm like, dude, no. Like, you know how many times we called out, hey, you need to move this way, hey, you need to move that way, hey, you need to get better gear and learn your rotation. And they're like, no, it's not me. And I'm like, dude, wanna bet? And it's like,
it's never their fault.
Yeah, it's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault. But then when they try to blame the tanks, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not us. Like, when
the entire team is against you, you gotta think, who's the problem,
Right? It was, oh my god, it was just like one of those, like, teammates that work are the best teammates. Like, I refuse to play most online competitive games without my friends, because I have that mindset, and this is actually probably a bad mindset, but it's just from experience when I play those games, is everybody is, like, stupid and can't, like, blame themselves when they mess up. It's always someone else's fault, and, like, I can't stand that.
Yeah, I think I have an issue with that. Like, sometimes I play support for a lot of things, and I feel like sometimes I don't necessarily take the blame as much as I should, like, as far as, like, placement, because sometimes I feel like it's so necessary for me to follow my tank into healing, but sometimes they play so aggressive, and I end up, trying to heal the tank, but then I get, like, singled out, So it just sucks, and I'm just like, well, you shouldn't play so aggressive, like, why are you going in there by yourself? And I think
those are the worst.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those situations where they have to know when to push in with, maybe their DPS or whenever. It's just all about timing and everything like that. And I think that is the biggest thing, is because they're so used to being one way, like playing really aggressive or something like that. And it may work last game, but it might not work in the next game because the other team might play like a different play style or whatever. So
now I'm personally, and I'm fully aware I do it, I'm guilty of running in and then being like, where the hell is everybody else?
Right.
Because pretty much, because it's like, it's one of those situations where sometimes, like, WoW, for example, God, this is the perfect example. I have a amazingly geared tank. Like, I can pull a whole area, be totally fine, not give, like, 2 shakes. Like, I'm like, whatever. So then I'll switch to a class that I don't have geared, and I'll do the same thing. And then, like, I'll be playing with friends, and, like, all I can think of is where the fuck are my friends? Like, I died. Like, where were you guys? And then I'm like, oh, wait. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I'll still, like, yell, quote-unquote, at them, like, why weren't you guys here? What the hell? But in reality, it was 100% my fault. Fully aware.
Yeah. I think it's just the whole mentality. You're just so used to it, and you're trained to just be a tank player. So, you kind of do the thing. I think one of the more frustrating thing as, like, a support class or anything like that is when your team doesn't, when you say, let's group up here, let's stick together, and let's push in together, and nobody really listens. It's just kind of like, okay, well, we're just going to kind of do our own thing. We're going to go have, like, today we had one DPS player go to the left every time trying to get to a point, and then I'd have 3 other people going right, and then one person mid, and I'm just like,
oh my god, those are the worst.
Yeah, how do I
need
heal?
healing.
Exactly,
Run
like
away.
the person on the left side is trying to quote unquote distract the people, and then they're dying, and then we have like a one tank in the mid, and then 2 people on the right that has like somewhat of a support, but they're all pretty much on the right side, and we just didn't like push in together, or we didn't like combo alts or anything like that.
And then it's like, at that point, like, who's the one to blame? Like, they're obviously going to go for the healer because I called for heals and you didn't heal me. But it's like, the healer has to choose, okay, well, okay, this is how I do it. When I heal in Overwatch and people split up, I'm like, okay, well, which side's going to have, like, the more, like, higher chance of A, running into the enemy, and B, actually, like, surviving? That's what I do. That's how I decide.
You know what I love? Is okay, I get there's passive and then the aggression players, but I don't know if it was today or yesterday. No, we were playing with these people who would not get out of spawn. Like, we were kind of like getting spawn camp, but they wouldn't even try to move towards the objective. I'm like, we got to do something, or we're running out of time. Like no one was willing to make that push or that sacrifice to get to objective. They're like, oh, I don't want to die my KDA, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, you're gonna lose. That's worse.
Oh my god.
I think eventually the Roadhog or whatever had pushed into the point, and it was fine. We like at the very last like couple of seconds, it was good. And the thing is that people are just trying to play for picks, and they're super. I don't think they're like necessarily scared. They're just trying to wait for that opportunity, But you can't wait for it. You just have to make it. You have to make it your own opportunity,
Yeah.
And
can't wait forever.
Yeah, and it sucks because it's like you want to try to like push them, to go forward or whatever, but you can't really force them to do it. You kind of have to let them do it on their own. It's
but
just
if you go by yourself, you're like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, and it's just the most frustrating thing because you wanna be like quote unquote a leader of a group or something like that, or you want to at least help out your team to say when to push and whatnot, but it's just seeing if they'll listen, because a lot of people in Overwatch tend to think they're better than what they really are. I personally feel like I'm an amazing healer, but I might not be the best when it comes into like certain situations, and you might get like a DPS player that thinks they're a god at DPS, and which they could be.
I'm a god reaper. Just saying.
I mean, there you go. They just put you in they just put themselves in bad situations. Like there's one Reaper, speaking of Reaper, Parda, he knows how to play Reaper. He knows when to go in, get a couple picks or whatever, or if he knows like he's in trouble, he knows when to, go back and get heals and whatever. And it's like, I don't have to talk to him. He just knows when to come back and I got him covered or whatever. But it's just, it sucks when, you have that one person that how to communicate without even communicating. You just understand them, but then you have to kind of micromanage like 3 other people or whatever. So it sucks because no one wants to be, put to blame or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. I want to try to get into not quote unquote competitive games, but it's hard, man, because there's nothing really out there that I want to play other than Overwatch right now. And it's the most frustrating thing because there's not a whole lot you can do with certain games like that. So yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Whatever, yikes.
I just wanted to join. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a little rant with Overwatch. It's good and it's bad. I'm become now a Fortnite player per usual, or per quota.
I mean, if we're gonna start doing Fortnite, dude, the 50 versus 50 mode is coming back.
Is it?
Yup.
Yeah, but that, like, if you die right off the get-go, which would definitely be me, you'd have to sit through the entire game or the win doesn't count, right? If you do win.
That sounds about right.
Ugh, never mind. You know what?
But I think it's the Thanos version.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Because the Thanos version is out right now.
Yeah.
Like you can do that.
Yeah, one of the new modes that they're doing for that one is the 50 versus 50.
Dang! And one of the one of the people in the 50 group or whatever, it can be Thanos. Because I think it's like a drop. The way that it works out now that from what I've watched is that you can get the glove or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it just spawns randomly. So you have to run to the glove and you pick it up and you become Thanos. And you can do like this cool, like really high jump and this like laser beam or whatever. And it's pretty cool. Sorry, excuse me. Man, it's pretty cool and whatnot. But like a 50 versus 50, that'd be crazy. Because you'd have like a whole squad like protecting you as. Dang, that'd be pretty good, pretty cool. I'd watch it. I probably wouldn't play it though.
I don't know. I can't bring myself to play Fortnite. I don't know why. Like, it seems like something I might enjoy, but at the same time, I know I'd be super bad because I can't build on a whim.
Yeah, I think it's a huge
That
learning
sounds
curve
so
right now.
stupid. I'm just like,
Yeah,
you can't just make me build things. I'm not that good.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe a part of me doesn't like it. I think majority of it is because of the building. Like I hate because I'm such a FPS person. Like I just want to
Mhm.
shoot things, you know. I want to
Right.
be able to shoot things. But then you add another obstacle in front of me, where it's like I have to think more. I'm like, what do you mean? Like I can't do that. So I think obviously it comes with like with practice, but I'm very stubborn and I'm just like I'm over it. Are you okay? Hello, what happened?
I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah,
Was it a sneeze?
No, it was a hiccup.
the hiccup.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But yeah, Fortnite is Fortnite.
I'm just over BRs. Like that was literally all what 2017 was. I feel like.
Yeah.
Just BR, 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 BR. I'm like I'm tired of it. Just
Oh, Battle
spotting,
Royale.
landing,
I'm
getting
sitting here.
weapons. Yeah, you forgot what
I'm
BR was.
sitting here and I'm like, that's BR. She keeps saying BR. What is BR? Like, what is happening here? Then I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Battle Royale.
I mean-
It's old. It gets so boring after a while.
Yeah. I mean, because Fortnite, what I do like about Fortnite is the loot, like the loot system. I feel like you can actually get guns and it seems pretty viable. With like, you know, PUBG, it's so random and it's so hard
Mhm.
because you could literally just run around a city or an area and get like no good loot. And then you just die by someone with a shotgun or someone, you know, in a building and whatnot. And it's just,
Oh.
it's very frustrating. What happened?
I kicked my computer and I heard a pop and I'm like, oh god, no.
God.
We're good. We're fine.
Computer dead. Computer is dead.
Mulder's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, PUBG, like if I were to pick one, I'd pick PUBG over the other one, but I feel like PUBG is literally you loot for 30 minutes, you run to the next circle, and then you just die by running to the next circle pretty much. Because you get into like a gunfight and that's like your end all be all. And like if you don't have good guns, you're kind of screwed. You know? So
You're most definitely not wrong. And
Yeah.
then, like, if you're new to the game, and this is unfortunate for people who are new, like, the people who have played know where, like, all the good shit is supposed to spawn and knows all the good hiding places. So it's like, if you're new to the game and you haven't been playing, you're almost SOL.
yeah. I think with a lot of BRs, it's the learning curve is very, very big. Like it's very harsh, you know, because there's gonna be people that Fortnite, great builders, they know exactly what they're doing. You put yourself in a situation where someone builds like a whole coliseum in front of you, and you're just like out here with your little gun shooting. You know what I mean? It's like, what happened? And then you just and then they just build like a ramp, and then they jump down, shoot you, and then they're just like, what
Shotgun
just
dead.
happened? Yeah. And it's the most frustrating thing. And for me, that deters me from playing the game because the meta is build, ramp,
Mhm.
shotgun, build, shotgun, and then that's it, you know? And I don't know. I'm just an old school FPS kind of player. Give me Counter-Strike all day. If I were to play any sort of shooter, I'll be like, I'm good. That's just me. But I don't know. BRs. I'm over it as well. I don't know if I want another BR game. I mean, I don't want another BR game, but
well,
I'm sure. Well,
rumor has it Black Ops 4 is supposed to be a BR type game.
No, are you kidding me?
Like, just humor me. Like I just said, they're rumors. I mean, we'll find out more on the 17th. But rumor has it there's supposed to be no campaign. It's just all strictly online, and it's supposed to be a BR type game.
Dude, everybody they see the success with Fortnite, and they want to reap the benefits of it, and they think they have a good franchise thing.
And I'm like super sorry. Like Infinite Warfare tanked, like super hard. It was awful. Anybody who disagrees with me, you're fine. Okay, it's whatever. It's just it's my opinion versus yours. I don't give any more. It was aw. But no,
you did it one time.
is a crap game. They shouldn't have come out with it. If I want to play a game like that, dude, I got Halo, I got Gears. Like,
oh yeah, Gears.
I have a funny story about Gears, but I'll get to that in a second. Now they kind of sort of won me back with World War II. Like it was better than Infinite Warfare, not as good as World at War, type thing. So I'm kind of just like. I'm super nervous at this point because like I kind of want Black Ops 4 to be good, but at the same time I'm kind of like dude, you're not winning me back with your games, and that's kind of sad because I like playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean
that's what I grew up on. That was like my first FPS game.
I forgot which Call of Duty was my very first one. I didn't play World at War. I think I played Modern Warfare, and I got really into that. And then I got really into like Black Ops, like Call of Duty Black Ops. My friends and I would play Capture the Flag all day, dude.
When I was your age, I went outside and played Capture the Flag.
All right.
Me and my friends would make mini games. In Black Ops. We played dodgeball with tomahawks and ballistic knives.
Oh, dude.
Best game ever. We would play that for hours. I was oddly very good at this.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We played it on the Wii.
Oh
my god. I forgot about that.
I played it on the Wii.
Oh, holy crap.
I played World at War and another one. I forgot which one on the PlayStation 2. And then it came out on the Wii. Because Mom was not buying us an Xbox.
Really?
So that's where I played the next 2 to 3 CODs.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I feel like there was only like 3 other people that played it. I'm like,
excuse you, I was a part of a clan. Thank you.
Oh, my. Okay. Excuse me. There was 5 people that played it. I'm sorry.
Okay, we had 50 in my clan. The Red X clan.
Okay, calm down.
It was actually a hacking clan.
Oh,
I was like the only non-hacker in the whole clan.
Wowie. Well, banned. All right, Mocha
I
TOS.
think oh my god. I totally forgot it was on the Wii.
I did too, to be honest.
It was on. It didn't go to Wii U, just the Wii, and then then I got the
oh my god. Because I know one of the Black Opses went to Wii U. I think.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Wii U, Wii U.
I don't know why I could just think of that every time someone says Wii U. I'm like, Wii U, it was an alarm. What happened? But dang, really? VR, man. Come on. I'm over it. I just want a looter shooter, you know? I just want a good looter shooter to come out, and I really feel like, State of Decay might be that one. But then I also heard that State of Decay 2 is going to be like 11 hours of dynamic content, and then it just gets real stale, and I'm real scared.
How many hours of content was Destiny 2?
Speaking of, that DLC, which we still have to play.
Yeah, we still have to play.
I heard that. Well, I heard this from one person, but I've heard they had said that it kind of sucked them back into the game with Destiny, and they're ready to do the grind again. But how long is that grind gonna be? I want to play the DLC because I have it. I might as well just check it out. You know what I mean? Free content at this point.
But it's not free. You paid for it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's not free, but It's
You mean
content
for
right now.
streaming. For
Yeah. I don't know. I'm purposely not looking at a lot of streams that are playing it right now. Because another hiccup right there, huh? You okay?
No, my God.
Oh my God, they all sound the same.
Right. Just little yelps. I'm like, well, hello?
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I've been purposely not looking at streams just so I don't want to ruin anything. But I think a lot of it is on Mars, which I mean isn't a spoiler.
I know Curse of Osiris was on Mars.
No, that's Mercury.
Or Mercury. Dude, all the planets are the same.
Right.
That's a lie.
Don't let people fool you.
Next DLC on Uranus. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
They changed it to your rectum. Thank you.
Your rectum? Okay, calm down. Spoilers, man. But yeah, I want to check it out, and I feel like it'll be good. Because I mean, it is something different. And I'm definitely getting a little bit of a rest from like the competitive scene of Overwatch and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's one of those things while streaming too. It's just I'm afraid. I mean, I'm not really afraid, but that I'm gonna get really sucked into Destiny 2, and I know that game right now is kind of like a hit or miss stream wise. If people are gonna sit there and watch or whatever, if they even care about the game. And I know that's one of those things with streaming. You really shouldn't care what you play, as long as you enjoy it. But I'm afraid that it's going to just draw a lot of the viewers kind of out and be like, oh, hey, what's up? Okay, bye. Kind of thing.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
The queue times in that game are freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, competitive queue times, like for the Iron Banner, it was just ridiculous. I don't know if it's because of a bug that's going on or if it's just a lackluster of people playing. But the queue times have been really bad in that game.
Like, here's the thing. Let's say we have 12 out of 12 Guardians. So, like, the lobby's full. But it would never take us to the map. Like, we had to alt F4 one time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we alted F4 many times. It just... I don't know. I like the competitive scene in Destiny. As frustrating as it was like a lot of people just... it wasn't like a one-on-one a lot of the times. It would be like you versus two other people or whatever. But it was still, pretty fun and pretty interesting. It wasn't bad. But it's just, for Iron Banner, the queue times is what killed it. So many times I felt like we waited like 10 minutes just trying to get into a game or whatever. And then we're just like, all right, F it. We just left. But I don't know. I'm hoping that, like I said, I'm hoping the DLC is good enough and I don't think there's a lot of like multiplayer, like as far as like PvP that you have to worry about. It's more or less story. And I'm not sure if there's a raid. I think there's a raid.
There is. I think Rappo was talking about it, but you have to be 370 or something like that to do it. And I'm like, well, that's gonna take me a while.
Yeah.
But it gets me wanting to grind again.
Yeah.
But I want to do all the quests and everything, get good gear.
That's one of those things is, so the raid just dropped.
Just dropped. I was like, okay.
Okay. So it's kind of like you're going to have to do the whole, grinding for gear and whatnot and everything like that. And I'm assuming it's not going to be terrible, like too hard to get to 370 because I think when the other DLC hit, everything that you that kind of dropped was like a higher light level. So you could just infuse it and it'll be good to go. I'm hoping it works that way a little bit, but I'm also hoping that there's some new stuff to get. Like I kind of watched a little bit of like Ashley play it, and there was like this cool handgun.
Of course.
Yeah, handguns are the best.
Cannon.
Yeah. There's a hand cannon that looked really cool, and like there was like no recoil. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they have some like really high powered like highly named game like guns that really make you grind the game for like. For Destiny, I really love the Icebreaker. I use the Icebreaker all the time, but I don't think there's like a sniper that I really like in Destiny 2. But I'm hoping to have something like that. Yeah, Cadus, the one that kind of looks, I don't know the name of it. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty legit. But Destiny, we'll see.
I don't know. They still lost me at the first one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I played the crap out of the first one for a long time. And the second one, I wanted it. I don't know what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like the first one, but a little different. And it didn't even feel like the first one. It felt like something that they tried to do. They just fell so short with content. And I don't know what happened or what, but it just felt like there wasn't anything there, you know? So
that was my fear when like they were like, "Oh, Destiny 2." I'm like, God, I just have flashbacks to the first one where I just got like super, super bored, and then they're like, "Oh, this DLC that you have to pay like $1 bazillion for," and it's like,
yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so glad I spent $60 on a game.
Yeah, that's like the other thing that's been like the new meta with games is like giving you a story that might not be completely finished or even polished, to be honest. And then they just like, oh, well, if you want more, here's a DLC. And it's like, what happened to like getting a good story-driven game and then adding on to that versus giving you like bits and pieces of it and then saying, if you want more of it, you have to buy it through an add-on.
Money.
Exactly. And it's just like, really? And that's what I feel like Destiny 2 was like there was not a whole lot of content.
Sorry.
You know, you're fine.
No, I'm not.
Like Destiny 2, like there was no content really at the very beginning, and then you know the what's the name of the first DLC?
Osiris?
Yeah, that one it was interesting. It had a decent amount of story added onto it, and then
Is it weird that it was like it had like like Earth mythology, and I kind of like that. Like it had some like history that players could relate to, you know?
Yeah, like that was good. You know, it's like there was lore to it, and it related to real things and whatnot. And I don't know. I wish that they would have done that with just normal Destiny. I don't know. You know what? It is what it is, and I'm hoping that this DLC will kind of suck me back in for a little bit, at least a month, or at least a couple of weeks, and hopefully we can do the raid. If not, I would be more than happy to just kind of watch it and see it. But I think right now for me, Destiny 2 is kind of it's on its last straw. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting like desperate for game. It's weird. I feel like there's nothing new on PC lately. All these new games are coming out for PlayStation. I don't have that.
I feel like there's a lot of games that I want to play, but I can't justify myself to buy like the PlayStation Network or to buy, you know, the Xbox Live so I can play with people, because I don't feel like that should be a thing. And like Sony had my heart when they were like, oh, hey, you know, you can play online with your friends and you don't have to worry about it. And then the PS4 came out and they're like, yeah, give us money. And it's like, why?
Oh my god. Okay, that one I was concerned with. Are you okay?
Do we need to call Rain?
Right.
No, I'm okay.
Rain's not asleep, is he?
No.
Alright. Kat, she's alright. She's A-okay.
I'm okay.
I think that I remember we talked about this a while ago with the whole fact that with like console stuff, you have to pay to play online. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, yeah, you have to pay to play with your friends and whatnot. That's
and
so.
Yeah. I think we talked about this. Oh my god! Like before we took that 2-year break or whatever.
Yeah.
Some games I can justify playing like a subscription for. Like World of Warcraft, I feel I get $15 of enjoyment every month.
Yeah.
In a clean way.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I can get $60 out of, you know, my Xbox or my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I know for a fact like I get $60 of entertainment out of Crunchyroll every year.
Yeah.
You know, I used to get the $8 worth of entertainment from Netflix before I'm like, yeah, this Netflix is kind of stupid. You know, if I feel like I'm getting the worth, I don't mind playing it. Not playing, paying for it. But I don't have enough friends that play on Xbox or play on PS4, so I can't justify buying the time because I'm just going to sit here and have little 2-year-olds tell me how good my mom felt last night, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not worth it to me.
That's okay. They're all playing Fortnite now, so you're good.
Yeah.
Ah! I mean, I completely agree. I'm still paying for PlayStation Network, and I haven't played a multiplayer game on the PlayStation in a long time. I mean, ever since like Destiny 2 dropped, that is probably the last time I played anything multiplayer, and that was like near the launch, maybe a week after that.
Well, it was supposed to play. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Huh?
I cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's just like I still pay for it, and I have some friends that still do play, and we're just like, yo, man, we should definitely play some Destiny or something together on the PS4 because that's what they have. They don't have my friend Aaron. He doesn't have a computer that he games with, you know, and he only has really a PS4. And it's just like we say we're gonna play, but we never really do.
Right.
So it's like I'm paying for something that I don't utilize, and it sucks.
Yeah, like the last time I actually played a multiplayer game on console was when Halo 5 dropped, and that was me playing with Rain, since they didn't do couch co-op.
Oh, yeah.
So, he's sitting on his TV, I'm sitting on my TV, and we're playing Halo together. Like, legitimately, that's how that went, because that's what it was.
Oh, that's so adorable. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is actually. God bless. Those that game together stay together. You know what I mean? That's what they say.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've actually never played any Halo.
Well, that was a great podcast, guys. Excuse me.
No.
I didn't have Xbox.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is like I never played any of the Halos until Halo 3, I think.
That's probably.
Yeah, Halo 3 is when I really got into, because my buddy Kyle, he played all the other Halos before. I only had like a PlayStation when I grew up, really. I didn't have an Xbox One or anything like that. And so when Halo 3 dropped on the 360, that is when I really kind of got into it. And that's when I started playing Halo.
I still have I've been playing since, like, it was on the original Xbox, it was the first Halo, and then they moved it to a PC port, so I played both of those.
Ooh,
and it was just super fun. I still have my original copy of Halo Combat Evolved.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's awesome. I feel so cool, because I'm just like, yeah, look at me, I'm so OG, yo.
OGs, yeah.
I was in a clan, and it was really fun. Because every time we'd play, because we would just play against each other just like to BS, you know, and I would always find the sniper first, and I would always find the hammer first, and like the whole thing would be super, super quiet, like because we would just be playing and messing around. And so after a while, you would just hear, "Oh shit, she found the hammer."
Oh,
and then like you just see like everybody dying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what clan was it? Oh dear lord. Holy crap. That was so long ago.
How many years is that?
Oh my god.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Oh my good lord.
I think 10 to 15 years, maybe?
Oh my god.
Easy. Dang.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's...
Well, I mean, I am almost 30, so that would totally make sense.
I think the game that I got really competitive in was like CS 1.5. Like, well, the CS 1.6 is where I got really competitive as far as like clan and whatnot. But I started playing, I got really into gaming towards the PC era, you know? So I never really played my console as much until like when the 360 released. The reason why I got a 360 was because of Gears of War. Because I played at Aaron's house, and I remember playing multiplayer on it, and I'm like, dude, I need a 360, and I need to play this game. And I ended up going to Best Buy and getting a 360 that same day and getting Gears. I was gonna say God of War.
And I remember when I got mine.
Yeah, I remember getting it and getting back home and setting it up, and it was so good.
Mine. See, this is why I refuse to trade it just out of spite.
Yeah.
This was right when it launched. I was still in high school. Oh my god. Holy crap. That was like 10 years ago when the Xbox 360 dropped. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm old. Yeah, so dude, that must have been, that had to have been 15 years ago for Combat Evolved. Oh. So anyway, this was back when the PS3 and the 360 launched. I bought my boyfriend at the time a PS3, God of War, and Online Time. I strictly remember this. And, he tried to jip me and was like, yeah, I'll get you a pre-owned regular 360 and blah blah blah. And I was like, no dude, that's not the agreement. You promised me the 360 Elite with the 250 gigabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, no, if you're not gonna get me that, I'm gonna return your PlayStation. And he's like, no, don't return my PlayStation. I was like, then you're getting me the 360 Elite. Because it was the same price. And I'm like, right. I'll buy my game, you just buy me the system. Yeah.
Damn,
so
what a guy, dude.
He almost, like, as soon as we broke up, he immediately traded the system. And I was like, I still have the 360 because, out of spite, because you didn't want to buy it for me. And I'm just like, what up? It still works.
Yeah.
That poor thing has red ringed on me like 5 times, and every single time it comes back.
Oh, the red ring of death.
Oh my god.
That
like every time it red rings, I gently patted it, and I'm like, please don't. Because at the time I didn't have an Xbox One, so like I just would have been screwed. And this was like the first gen Xbox 360 Elite, and I'm like, please, I love you, don't do this to me. And it would always be like, okay, and come back. It was great. I love my 360.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually I don't think I've ever had to deal with the red ring with my 360, but I know my buddies have, and it's crazy. It's like I feel like they got away with it. It's like, I don't know what caused the red ring. It was just overheating, right?
I mean, there was a lot of things that caused the red ring. Overheating, software malfunction, just random stuff can cause it to red ring. Even electrical surges.
Oh, really?
But yeah, no, the red ring tells you what's wrong.
Oh. Oh, is it by how many blinks it is or something like that?
It's by how many lights are lit.
Oh, really?
Oh, you learn this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, dang. That's crazy. And then, the PlayStation was kind of like, hey, man, we're good. You know what I mean?
Just to spite him, I bought a PS3. Too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because he was like, hey, do you still have that 360? Because I miss my system. And I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, he tried to take it when we broke up too, and I'm just like, nah, dude.
Yeah, right.
Like, I was like, give me back the PS3, and he's like, no. And I'm like, well, you're not getting the 360.
Yeah.
Bitch. I was
Idiot.
It was almost as bad as me almost getting a lawsuit over a hamster.
Oh God, what happened? Hey, I need you to explain this.
Oh my god, lawsuit hamster. Yes. So, what had happened?
What had
happened was I got a hamster. A little tiny dwarf Russian hamster too. Like, this thing was so cute. His name was Buttons. Buttons was my home hamster. So, Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had to readjust my seat.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm getting stiff.
Oh, dude.
I'm old.
Yep, you're old.
Keep going with your story.
Okay, so anyways. Dude, I'm completely serious. This is the truest story ever. I would never lie about getting a lawsuit over hamster. Like, for real. So anyways, I gave it to a friend to watch while I went on vacation with my parents because at the time, Buttons was my only pet. Now, if you know me, I've been through hamsters, frogs, geckos, the whole 9 yards. And normally there's like more than one living animal in our house that is considered a pet, but he was the only one. So our vacation was a week. I don't remember where we went. We went somewhere. I came back. I told my friend, hey, I would like to get Buttons back. He's like, well, there's a problem. And I'm like, oh no, what's the problem? And he's like, my little brother fell in love with the hamster. And I'm like, I don't care. I was like, I want my Buttons back because Buttons is my Buttons. Like, you're not going to take my hamster from me. So he was like, I have no problem giving it back to you. And I was like, dude, if this is going to be a problem, like, I will buy your brother a hamster. Like, they're like $12. And he is like, no, it needs to be this hamster. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, sure. Whatever. I was like, but I still want my Buttons back. So I went to get it. And his mom saw me take the hamster. And flat out said, if I see you take this hamster again, I'm going to take you to court and sue you because you're stealing my property. And I was like, dude, I have pictures of me with this hamster. Like, this hamster is mine. And sure enough, I came back to get the hamster and I was served.
Oh my god.
No way.
I
shit you not, yeah. And she was like, I'll drop this if you give me back the hamster. And I'm like, seriously, you're gonna take me to court over a hamster? They're like, you left it here for a week. And I'm like, with the intent of coming back to get it. And I said, fine, you can just have the stupid hamster, because I wasn't going to go to court over a damn hamster. My friends felt so bad, he ended up buying me 2 mice to make up for the hamster.
Oh my...
Why couldn't he buy a hamster and switch it?
Because his mother marked the hamster.
What? That is crazy.
I was completely serious. I saw they made his little paw blue, and then they kept changing the color on his back paw so they would know if it got changed.
Oh my!
It's a freaking hamster.
This mom is straight up crazy.
So yeah, it's the story of my lawsuit hamster.
I can't. That can't be real.
I am, dude, I'm completely serious. I would not lie about getting sued over a hamster.
My God. Okay. Wow. All right. I mean, yeah.
No, dude, she was totally nuts too. Like, I crap you not. Like, they made, like, this big deal about how the son that liked the hamster had, like, a whole bunch of mental issues and got attached to that specific hamster. And then if I took it, the son would just go crazy. And I'm like, dude, you can literally buy something that looks exactly like Buttons. And they were like, no, it's this particular hamster and you can't take it. And I'm like, whatever. Like, it wasn't worth my time to get pissed over a hamster.
But imagine if that was a dog.
I have a funny story about a dog. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
like,
no.
jeez, Lily.
One time I went to jail for a dog. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah.
I've only gotten in trouble over a hamster.
Yeah.
And petting a horse. Yeah, petting a horse.
What?
Oh, our neighbor had well, the neighbor, we had a husband and wife. The dude, the husband, was totally cool with me. Liked me.
Yeah.
Let me pet the horses. I was like, yes, I've always wanted a horse. And this was the closest I could have to a horse. The wife hated me. And every time I would go to the horse, she would threaten to call the cops. And one time, I didn't think she was home, but I knew he was home. And I was petting the horse, and she called the cops.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, dude, I liked growing up. Like, I had a fun life growing up because I just have, like, all these stupid stories. Like, I
mean, hey, yeah, you're right. Definitely interesting for sure. But, like, people just need to relax,
Dude,
You're just
right?
killing their horse.
Yeah, but, like, she was all, it's trespassing, and I'm like, but he gave me permission! Like...
She definitely thought there was more going on, probably. She's like,
Dude,
You
I
ain't
was
coming out
like
here?
13!
Okay, well, then definitely, yeah, never mind. That's not a thing. God bless.
Oh my god.
Was that in Ohio?
It was?
Okay, well, future, someone write down this, make a note, never visit Ohio. Everybody out there is just batshit crazy.
I mean, I came from there, so and you guys know me.
That laugh. Yeah, like a little bit of a little accent at the end of that one. All right, yeah. I mean,
I promise I'm not crazy. It's just the voices in my head tell me to do stuff.
Right. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah.
So any of you guys got lawsuit animal stories?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, no. I did have a hamster that bit me and it just named Chomper, so that was it.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever said this. I used to have a hamster. This wasn't lawsuit hamster. This was a different hamster. He was a panda hamster, and he looked like an Oreo, and I named him Checkers because I was dumb and realized that I should have named him Oreo later on in life. But this little hamster was so dope. He was so spoiled. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
I love that hamster. He went through me and my friends and somehow lived.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lived to be like 7, which is like stupid
Dang, really?
old for hamsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Checkers.
Yeah.
He had a
As far as
cowboy hat.
Oh, no way. A little hat?
Yeah, he had a little tiny cowboy hat.
That's pretty cool. I think the only animals I've really had growing up was a hamster. I had a pet frog that lasted about a week. My hamster that I had was technically my sister's, but then she really didn't want it anymore, so then I took it. I took it.
Puberty.
Yeah, right. And then we had some goldfish, and that was pretty much it.
Oh boy.
Never had a dog or a cat or anything like that. And this is my extent of animals I've had.
Boy. I've had so many animals.
Yeah. How many have you had? We kind of went through a list.
Okay. I had 2 goldfish when I was a kid, and we got I hatched 2 geckos. I had a frog, and then I hatched 3 more frogs and watched them be little tiny tadpoles. I had the lawsuit hamster, 2 mice, a guinea pig. Then I had 20 goldfish in a pond that I had in my room because I had the attic, so it was a big room, so I could fit them.
Yeah.
Then I bought
really?
Yeah, I had an eel, a pufferfish, 15 molly, 2 plecos. What else did I have? Holy crap! I ended up getting a tarantula.
Ooh, no, thank you.
Dude, Mason was a baby. I loved her. Then I had chinchillas.
Yeah.
And now I have 2 goldfish, an eel, a Cory, and another pleco.
How many chinchillas do you have currently?
I have 2.
You have 2 of them.
Mhm.
How hard or easy is it to take care of a chinchilla? Is it pretty hard?
I wouldn't say it's pretty hard. It's definitely not like hamster or guinea pig. Like, they're social animals, so like you have to pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And occasionally, they'll squeak for attention, and it's adorable.
Yeah.
And then they learned that if they squeak loud enough, and sound like they're in pain, all of us rush over.
Yeah.
To make sure they're okay. No, because they're like, "Wah!" And I'm like, oh my god, they are dying.
That's kind of like how I am when I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm dying. Like, you're not dying, and it'll calm down. I'm totally dying right now. I'm hungry.
So dramatic.
I know. Listen.
Oh, I've also
He's gonna get more.
also had 4 beta fish. My bad.
Beta fish. Are those the ones that, like, if you put them together
Yes.
in a group, they'll just start eating each other?
Well, kind
They'll
of.
fight?
Yeah.
Dang.
So we totally got off the topic of video games.
I know. You know
Just a
what?
bit.
Whatever. It's fine.
Because lawsuit hamster.
Yeah, goddamn lawsuit hamster. God bless. I don't know. What else? Like,
Well,
Let's see
the
what I'm talking
big... I totally put a P in hamster. I was spelling out lawsuit hamster and I said HAMP. Loot boxes are coming back as a bad thing now. Again,
really? Yeah.
like, we all know, we all know loot boxes are technically a form of gambling. Whether you believe it or not. I mean, I believe it's true. You okay?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Y'all talked about something last week and I missed it. Sorry, I'm looking at the notes.
Oh, we didn't actually talk about a lot that was on the notes, so...
The Harry Potter mobile game.
Oh, we kind of touched base with it. Have you played it?
Oh, I'm addicted to it. Like, really addicted to it.
mm-mm.
What house are you?
Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Don't, what are you, a Slytherin?
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Us Hufflepuffs love everyone, no matter what it is.
Ah, dude, I'm Ravenclaw.
Okay, so I got Hufflepuff the first time I did Pottermore. Second time I got Ravenclaw.
And Anil's just like, I have no clue what's happening.
He won't even watch. He won't even watch the
Listen.
movies.
Oh.
Hey, listen, it's not that I'm not gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm. It's just
It's just, I mean, yeah,
you're not gonna
freaking,
watch it.
You know, you know.
He tried
You know
to
what I
watch
mean?
the first one with me, Britt, and Dessa.
It was a great
And-
experience.
And
And
he
you know what
kept making fun of it
What?
the entire time.
That's just how I am. And then here's the other thing too.
Do you know what he calls Hedwig?
Oh, that'd be good.
A pigeon.
Oh yeah, the pigeon in the movie.
What's
It's
the
a bird.
fire spell? Oh, fire
Fire-
spell.
Fire spell.
Oh
This is
my
literally
You know
all he
what?
was
Fire
saying
spell.
the entire time.
Oh my lord.
Levitate.
And I'm over here in like full Harry Potter gear, like nerding out. I love this series, and he is just making fun of it. And I'm like, my heart.
Here's the
is
thing:
breaking.
is Tiff is literally just like quoting pause the movie. Let me tell you more about the situation.
I
The
did
sign-
not.
Yeah, the sign that's tilted
That's a
little
lie.
bit. The sign tilted. Just wait. It's tilted for a reason. Just wait until the third season or the third movie.
That's
just
a
like-
lie, and you know it.
100%.
No,
third
I would
season.
not do
Nerding out
that.
The entire. She's like, ooh. Oh, and then this.
I was sitting
What?
in my chair, holding Hedwig, mouthing lines, not saying anything, so I didn't ruin it.
Oh, she just had just a wealth of knowledge about Harry Potter in the movie. I was like, all right, you're right.
Well, considering I've read the books like 50 times and seen
Yeah.
the movies 20 times.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of those things where if I were to have you guys watch like Aliens, I'd be like, dude, you know
Oh
the
my
reason why they
God.
did this is because of that, you know.
Oh my god, that's how it was with the Warcraft movie.
Oh, listen, you know if you
I
love
wanted
something,
to see that. I just never got anyone to go with.
I'll go
How
with
was
you.
it?
Alright. If you don't really pay attention to the lore and take it as a movie, it wasn't that bad of a movie.
So I might like it because I've never played it before. I've never played
Yes.
WoW.
Pretty much.
was it? I mean, did it have like a decent story, or was it kind of like?
I mean, it was basically orcs versus humans.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'd watch it.
But anyways, loot boxes.
Yeah.
Loot boxes. Sorry, because it reminded me of Harry Potter loot boxes.
There's loot boxes in that shit too?
Yeah, it's like.
Oh my god, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're
Like-
readily
like you're
available.
talking You're
You're
talking
good.
about the monthly subscription that they send you stuff, right? Those loot boxes.
No.
No, that's Loot Crate. I'm sorry. That's Loot Crate.
To be honest, I thought you were talking about Loot Crate too. I'm like, wait. I mean, I guess. Kind of
I did say boxes. I'm sorry. I did mean crates, like loot crates, not loot crates. Yeah. God damn, the stuff that you.
Rim job. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, were you here for that?
No, I remember making fun of you about it.
Yeah, dude, it was like, oh my god, what, like 7 episodes ago, something like that, when RimWorld came out.
Yeah.
And like for the whole fucking podcast, I kept saying rim job, and nobody corrected me until the very end of the podcast, and I'm like,
listen,
what?
I mean, the thing is that I always bring it up, and it's just, it never gets boring every time. Freaking, man, Rim Job is such a great movie, great game, you know what I mean?
I hated all of you. I was so upset.
You know what I mean?
RimWorld.
You can loot all the things in Rim Job. It's great. I'm like, whoa.
Oh my god, that's so mean.
Hey, listen.
And like all the podcasts are like 2 hours long too. And so I'm just like, welcome to my life now. Like I was like, I don't want to do the podcast anymore, guys. Like screw you all.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right,
oh my god.
Loot crates or
loot crates, whatever they're called, the things that you can pay money for and you don't know what you're gonna get. There's a few countries now, not the U.S. I don't remember exactly which countries, but they're petitioning to have like EA and Activision Blizzard and all those guys get rid of loot crates in their games because it's a form of gambling, and gambling is supposed to be like an adult leisure thingamajiggy. So so CSGO had all the crates and whatnot, and you paid money to get keys and whatnot. And you mean websites. The website like Phantom Lord had, and then he got banned from Twitch, and then he's now suing Twitch, and then Twitch is suing him back.
Yeah. I think it all just kind of like blew up into this entire big thing, and I think at the core of it, like there is truth to it. You know, kids shouldn't be able to get these boxes and be able to quote, I mean, technically gamble money away to get in-game items. But my counter argument to that is, you know, things like, you know, CSGO and other games are like that. Majority of them are rated 18 plus, right? So gambling, what 18 is the line of gambling, right? I think, if I remember,
in the US.
21. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure.
Essentially, like, so let's just say, for example, I mean, obviously, if we're going off of it, what I think, and I mean, this isn't a hard fact or whatever, if it is 18 plus, and you know, you're assuming that whoever is playing this game is 18 years or older, then it's perfectly legal. But that's not the case. You know, it's, as much as everybody would like to think that, it's not the case. There's going to be someone that's 17 or 15 or whatever playing an 18 rated game, and that's, you know, kind of the, you know, based on their parents, if they allow them to play it or whatever. But I think it's been such a craze and such a big source of money that people overlook the fact that, you know, nobody really knows what age they are, and they don't really care what age they are. They just want the money, and it's becoming an issue because, you know, a lot of parents are losing a lot of money to their kids, you know, dumping all this money into a game and things like that. And it's just, I had a kid that at work that stole his dad's credit card to buy like a whole bunch of Pokemon cards, right? Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, you know, but then you'd kind of like, I don't know if you could kind of associate this as the same. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of something, but I think it's completely wrong the way that I'm thinking of it. Probably. But, like, you know, we'll go with it. Like, what if, you know, you have a kid buy a pack of Pokemon cards, and would that be considered a form of gambling? Like, you're gambling on whatever's in that card set or that package. You know what I mean? I don't know. That makes no sense, but in my mind, it makes sense. I mean, how is it any different than like a crate? You know, like they spend $1 on a key for a crate that they get, where they pay $2 on a pack that they kind of gamble on what they want in there. Like it makes no sense, but I feel like it makes sense a little bit.
No, I completely understand.
Yeah, but at the end of the at this is a bit more, you know, out there with the whole like making websites and promoting it and knowing for a fact that your audience and the demographic that you know put out to is listen, calm down, you know, the who you're streaming to, I guess I don't know if that's even a better interpretation of what I'm trying to say, is underage as far as gambling,
right?
And it's just I don't know, it should never have been a thing. I think cosmetics should just be you should just be able to buy it outright versus trying to get it by blatant luck, you know?
Oh, most definitely.
I don't know. So like, what's the complete story? Is just like people are suing other people, or is it kind of just like they're just wanting to get it banned?
Oh, are you talking about the whole Phantom Lord thing?
Well, I'm talking about like the whole like crates and whatnot. Is that what's essentially going on? Is that other countries are trying to get it banned?
Yeah, because like for example, gambling might not be exactly legal in that country, and they view like the loot crates and stuff are just a form of gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want that in their country, basically.
Yeah.
Then you have companies like EA who are like, oh, well, you know, it's hurting us by not, you know, having loot crates open and shit like that, when in reality it's not, and like a lot of people are just talking out of their butthole when they say, oh, you know, this is hurting us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just finding ways to make more money, and that kind of like irritates me. But that's just because, like, I'm an OG gamer. Like, I bought games when it was the full game, and like, if you wanted to buy stuff, it was all just stupid cosmetic stuff that you didn't need.
Yeah.
Instead of this whole, oh, $60 on the game, $60 for the season pass, and then you can kind of get the whole game after a year when we're like, okay, we'll release a GOTY. You know, we'll do that.
Yeah. It's all about the money these days, you know? And the sad part is that we all feed into it. It's like we're all being like, what do? We just stop, we boycott buying a game. I know that there are some people that are legit boycott buying a game because they don't agree with the way that they're doing it, you know? And they're right, they can do what they want to.
They can leave their friends behind.
Right. You know? They ain't no dance. Oh, I forgot what's the lyrics of that song. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. It's fine. Cause
your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Crates are. I hate to say it is what it is, you know, but.
I mean, most definitely. Like, you're not. We can't stop big game companies from doing stuff like that because they already know that's what makes them money. They don't really care about the games; they care about money, and it's whatever.
It is whatever, but it's not whatever. I feel like it's going to be one of those things until someone has like a legit like way of bringing a company down or bringing light to it, then they're not going to really do anything about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they necessarily have a lot. I don't know if it's a big enough issue right now as far as in the US to where, you know, people are going to make a big deal about it. Minus the fact, like, people promoting their websites on stream and things like that. Like, I know the whole Pro Syndicate and T Martin, when they had made a website and they promoted it and saying that it wasn't their website when it actually was, and they promoted gambling to underage children, and that was a huge ordeal. And at that point in time, I thought, oh, man, that is it for gambling website for CSGO. Like, there are no more sites that are going to be, you know, popping up and whatnot. And it kind of was like, it stopped for a bit, but then it kind of picked back up. And now I think just because CSGO isn't that big of a game right now, it's not very prominent. But I know there are some games that have like the crates within the game. Like, it's like their system of like getting cosmetics, things like that. But I don't think it's a huge issue right now to be a huge concern. And that kind of sucks, you know, because I agree, like, people are just wasting money, and it's typically the kids that are using a lot of the money that they shouldn't really necessarily have, or if they do have, they're kind of just throwing it away at companies for the wrong reason, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens with that. If it's going to be like a huge loss for the companies, especially if it's going to be hitting other countries, because it's not just the U.S. that's going to give them all that money. They're losing a huge cut of that revenue, and if they're going to continue to do that or not. So interesting.
I say let nerds be nerds.
You know what? You're right.
We're a minority. No one
Right.
understands or appreciates us.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
want the nerdy gear.
I want to look cool, you know? That's all I want. But if I, can
want the
buy
Harry
it, I'll buy
Potter
it.
loot crates.
Well, you know, if you tell me what you want, I will sew you stuff.
Anything Harry Potter, anything video game, like I'm happy. Anything that makes made from your heart.
Aww.
Can I draw you Harry Potter? Would that be just as good?
You don't even know what he looks like.
I know exactly what it looks like. He has a little lightning bolt in his head.
What else?
In his head, not on his head.
No,
in his
in
head.
his head. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
What else? What's
Oh.
another defining characteristic?
He's got glasses.
What color are his eyes?
I mean, does that really matter?
Yes.
Is
Huh.
it blue?
No.
Brown?
No.
Green?
Yeah.
Nailed it. See,
What color's his hair?
brown or whatever?
It's not brown.
What? Dirty blonde? I don't know.
No.
Oh my god, I love you guys.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
And it matters,
Bald.
okay?
He's bald. All right.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna draw you a
He
bald
looks-
Harry Potter with black eyes, and instead of a lightning
It's
bolt,
pretty
it's
much
just
you're
gonna be a
drawing-
cloud with rain.
You're drawing Voldemort as Harry
You're
Potter. That's
welcome.
literally
You're
what you're
welcome.
doing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna draw that guy too. I'm gonna draw him like Harry Potter. I'm gonna actually look up Harry Potter. Honestly, you know what I would do is I would just print out a picture.
Don't
of
look
Harry Potter,
up
like,
Daniel
totally.
Radcliffe as Harry Potter. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Exactly what I'm gonna do.
So Sony released a robot dog that is actually doing pretty
Mhm.
well in sales, and it is so cute. Yeah.
I heard about it.
Oh my god, I think his name's like Albie or something like that, or Ibo. Ibo. Dude, this little dog is like just stupid cute, and I want one so bad. Like, it's super intelligent, and it like does a whole bunch of shit.
I mean, okay. It sounds pretty cool, right? It sounds interesting. It's very innovative as far as like technology. But
Oh, that doesn't help me. There we go.
why would you want a robotic dog?
Well, think about it. You don't have to water
Selfie.
it. You don't have to feed it. You know,
Right.
you can shut it off when you're not home, you know, and with the way that it interacts with you, it's almost like you have an actual living, breathing creature with you. You just don't legitimately have to take care of it as much.
I feel like I had
So-
something similar to this growing up.
I had a Poochie. That's about as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Ah, what the hell?
Yeah, I had a Poochie and a the rooster, whatever the hell it was called.
You had a chia pet?
I mean,
Chia?
I also had a Chia pet, yeah, but that's not
Okay.
that's not what I was talking about. It was a chicken version of Poochie. I don't remember what it was called.
You know these are gonna be all the rage come Christmas.
It was so good. And Furbies,
Remember-
Furbies were also kind of like this.
Oh,
Remember that-
Furbies, yes.
Remember the tickle me Elmo thing was like the huge craze back in the day? Dude, I agree with Tiff. This is definitely gonna be, especially if it's a consumer, like how much is it? Do you know, like right off the bat?
Oh no, but I can look real quick.
I feel like if it's a consumer friendly price, like $150, like that would be doable for a lot of people.
Oh, the
But I'm
website
assuming-
says Ivo is ready to fill your heart with joy. Oh my god, that is so cute.
Batteries sold separately. I'm like, wow, really? What? This is the beginning of like where robots take over the world, you know? By dogs.
Oh, holy shit. I don't want one that bad. It's okay.
Really? Can I also make a comment real quick, Lily?
Yeah,
Of
go ahead.
course.
I mean, I feel like this is the day where there hasn't been anything misspelled so far today. Look at that. It's not unicorn, unicorn mafob.
Muffin.
Crazy.
Change it
Yeah,
to
muffin.
Snail.
And then, yeah, it wasn't snail this time. Is everything okay? Are you doing okay?
No, she's spelled
Yeah, I'm
everything
doing
right,
fine.
but she's dying in real life with her hiccups and sneezes.
Yeah,
and
true.
everything.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Good. Nice.
The pitchfork's not out or anything. Nope.
Okay, calm down. All right. God dang it. I mean, I'm being pitchfork. No. That's all right. That's all right. So yeah, hopefully I'm wanting to know what the price is. I mean, like I said, if it's something viable. Okay, all right. I see.
I don't know what's happening. What are you talking about?
I don't know what's happening. I'm on fire.
Burn.
Mean, please.
Burn them.
Ah.
Okay, so if you want to own Aibo,
Uh-huh.
$1,700.
Sit. I just woke up. What happened? How much is it?
$1,700.
Okay, no thanks.
So 1,700. That's why I was like, I don't want one that bad. Like, I'd rather buy an actual dog.
I feel like a dog would be a little bit cheaper.
No.
You know, I mean, not in the
I
long
mean,
run,
technically
but-
speaking, no, but
No.
I mean, yeah, not in the long run, but that's a lot to shell out.
Especially for a kid who
Yeah.
is going to get bored with it pretty dang fast.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the parents are gonna probably use the dog more than the kid would. It's kind of like the parent that's like, oh yeah, let's totally get it for the kid, but let's actually play with it. Don't worry about it. It's ours actually. We're gifting it to him or her, but we're actually gonna use it. So, I don't know, dude. $1,700. Yikes.
I mean, I would rather get like a Ramba or something at that point because at least it would be
Yeah.
useful.
yeah.
And I could be like, oh, you're such a good vacuum cleaner.
Right.
Yes, you are. Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
They go ahead and clean the floor. What are you doing? All right.
Dude, I would have to clean that out so much because my house is just filled with so much poop from the chinchillas.
Yeah.
I should probably emphasize chinchillas are poop machines. Their poop is everywhere. I vacuum daily, and there's
Yeah.
still just shit everywhere.
Literally.
Literally.
Shit everywhere.
Like Mousy Man gets between his wheel and the cage and just poops outside of the cage and like looks at you while he does it too. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do
Yeah.
about it?
What, you want to do somebody? Go ahead. Make
I
my
know.
day. Make my day. It's like-
He only does it when there's people over too,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is the worst part. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, come on, just some dignity.
Just not right now, please. What are you doing?
Oh my god. Cause yeah, like let's see, I'm looking at my list, a very colorful list too.
Yeah.
I've went through 6 different colors.
Very nice.
But I have the intro song that we have is made by Waffles, who's not here and who's usually here. His wife decided that she wanted to go out for Mother's Day, which is cool. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever. At least he gave us a heads up, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human, which is something we could totally talk about because oh my god.
Did you play the
I
demo?
did.
Well, I'm out.
Ooh.
So mad.
Huh?
What?
I can't play it.
I know. It feels bad. She doesn't have a PS4. She's gonna have to watch one of us play it.
Well, honey, you can come over and you can play it on my PS4.
Yeah, I'm gonna. When
Hey,
can I come up there? I'm gonna come up there for like a week.
wow,
Do it.
here's the
Vacation time?
thing. I was like, yo, come up to Chicago, hang out. And she's like, no, come down to Georgia. And then Lily is like, you come up here anytime. Like, I'm coming up there next week. How about it? Wow, dude.
I like
I'll see you
Lily.
guys.
She-
Okay,
Oh.
calm down. Listen, can I
Who
hang
would
out with
make
Rain
me-
then?
I don't care.
All right, cool. I'll still
With
Rain
it.
then.
Snores.
Hey, I'll allow it. All right.
But no, dude, it was oh my god. Like I don't know how to explain how I feel about it. Like at first I was kind of like, okay, you know, it's a almost like a Telltale, you know, your actions do whatever. And I lost immersion a couple times. where like as I was feeling it, and then I got taken out of that feeling, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, you know, maybe this isn't the game that I'm looking for, you know. And then it pulled me right back when I did the different choices, and I'm like, I can get behind this game. If this is how the game's gonna be, like, I feel like I matter. And it's just like, I get that's how like the Telltale games are supposed to feel, but I'm like, I legitimately could kill this little girl and kill the android and be fine. Or I can sacrifice myself and kill the android and save the girl. Or I can save everybody and we all live to be 2 happy androids and a little girl. That sounded bad. Anyway. But it's like, no matter what I did, I could change how I felt. And I just felt like I mattered.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I love this feeling.
Matter.
Aww. Thank you.
See? I know how to get all the girls. I can get all the girls.
Yeah, you can. So
guys, on the other hand, it's a different story.
When you first played, what was your first outcome?
I kinda accidentally got everybody killed.
Oh,
I did.
God, dang it!
I was just like, the first time I did it, I was just messing around because I'm just like, I just want to see like what I can possibly do to make this like the worst situation ever, and I managed to do it.
Yeah. So you kind of got everybody killed. So you kind of just like ran through and whatnot.
Yeah, because I watched you play it, so like I kind of knew what I needed to do, but I'm like, I'm just gonna say fuck it and just go. You know, and then, like, I started, like, thinking, okay, well, you know, this time I just said, oh, well, I got a boner. Do you have a boner? And then I'm like, I'm going to be a little bit more relaxed and be like, hey, Daniel, I'm Connor.
Yeah.
You know, just going through and being, like, sympathetic and telling him, like, dude, everything's going to be fine and nobody's going to die and blah, 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 blah. And it was fun because I felt like I was changing the world. Yeah. And that, I think, is what makes a game like a good game. Like when you feel like you're legitimately making changes that's going to benefit and or hinder what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Like I completely agree with you on that. That is one of the aspects of the game that I really enjoyed was like every action that you did had an outcome, either positive or negative, and you could either continue the negativity or try to make it more into a positive thing. My very first playthrough, I ended up saving the girl but getting the android killed. And I thought my reaction was very genuine. I thought I saved I thought I saved everybody until the point where the android just got a bullet to the face and then dropped to his knees and he's like, I thought I trusted you, or I thought.
When he was like, "Dude, I trusted you," and I'm just like,
I didn't mean for that to happen. Like, I didn't tell anybody to shoot, and it just happened. And I'm just like, but this android is going through and has no emotion. It's kind of like, well, I did my job. She's safe, but this guy's dead. It doesn't matter.
I know, but then like you as a human, you're just
exactly.
Oh my God.
This emotion. You feel like you literally made someone trust you, and you're just like.
Boy,
you pretty much lied to him, and I'm just like, that is not what I meant. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen.
You know, I'm wondering, and this is just me being me. Like, the title is Detroit Become Human, right? So, like, I'm wondering if, like, that's the purpose of it. Like, us as humans or aliens or, you know, whatever you are, right. You know, if you have emotion. Like, I wonder if that's just, like, you know, you accidentally get this robot killed that you were trying to save, and, like, you got this weird attachment to, like, and then if the outcome is not what you want, like, you as a human being feel like shit. Because you're like, dude, I wanted to save him, but I got him killed. Like, I wonder if that's what they're getting at in Detroit Become Human. Like, do these androids, like, actually feel bad about their decision? Like, at the end of the thing, if you save the girl and the android got killed, Connor is just like, oh, whatever. You know, but when you see, like, the commander or whatever he was, he looks super upset. Like,
right.
You know, you could have saved this android, but you chose not to. Like, what is happening here? So I wonder if that's kind of a play on, you know, human emotions. Like, Detroit Become Human. So are we making the androids get, like, somewhat human emotions? Or, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, you know, that's a good way to look at it. I would have never actually thought of it that way, but
that's what I do.
Dang. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting to think about. I think it's one of those things as like you're controlling this android and you have an emotion attached to it when typically an android doesn't have anything, you know, and it's like this android is who you are. And you kind of pick what you would pick as a human being, but
because like during the demo, like you met Daniel who saw he was getting replaced and was like, dude, I thought you guys loved me. Like, I thought I was part of your family. And here I am, I'm just another robot to you. Like, you don't care about me. And that upset him. So maybe it's the androids are starting to get like the human emotions, even though they're like, well, this is just a glitch in your software. Like,
right.
It's like, is it really though? Or are these androids becoming like sentient?
Right. I don't know. It's one of those things where it makes you like, this is one of those demos where it makes me really, really excited for the game, but also really, really scared that the demo is the best part of the game, you know, like if it's going to be very repetitive or whatever. I'm treating it as kind of like a Heavy Rain type game. And I haven't played it personally, but I've watched people play it. And that game was excellent. I loved that game. I loved watching people play that because there were so many different outcomes that could have happened.
I know.
And the story was really good. So, I mean, I have high hopes for it, but I'm also a little bit kind of reluctant and kind of like, what if, maybe, possibly, you know? So.
Oh yeah, and it's just the fact that there's so many different outcomes. Like it's awesome. Yeah. Because like you feel like you're doing what you would do, but then that might turn out to be like the wrong thing.
Right.
And it's like, it almost makes you second guess yourself. Like, maybe, you know, maybe there's other ways that I could have done this. So like everybody lived and was happily, you know, ever after.
Right.
In that little fairy tale.
Right.
Pulls on your heartstrings.
It does. Like
when Anil played the demo and he killed the girl.
Yeah.
And we're all like, I can't believe you just did that.
Listen.
Oh, that's okay. Do you remember when he played Red Dead and killed the dog?
No.
Tiff wasn't there for that one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He played Red Dead Redemption and then just walked up to a dog and just shot it.
On accident.
Accident with quotation marks around it.
Listen. That'll test out the game mechanics. Okay? You can't hate me for that. Speaking of Red Dead, when is Red Dead 2 coming out? Or is that even a release thing? I know they just put out a trailer.
10/26, I think.
Yeah. Is it rumor of that being multiplayer? I know.
Yeah, there's rumor.
Wanted to talk about that possibly, so maybe we'll save that.
I think it would be kind of cool because, like, when you think about it, it could be like GTA Online, but just like
practice my role playing there. You know what I mean? Hey.
Yeehaw there, partner! I saw you take. I saw you pick up that hooker on your horse.
I tell you, you know what I mean? There's Sunday out there, you know? I feel like legit, 100%, we need to do an RP of some sort of Southern thing, all right? I feel like it's so good. Listen, it's the best.
If we all get Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC, and there is multiplayer, I will happily roleplay with you.
How to do the
thing
partner?
Is,
how
y'all
you do?
will be role playing, which is going to cause the Southern in me to come out.
Yes. Oh
You're
my God.
Pretty.
You know what the best is? Like listening to her play Rocket League. She gets very competitive, and a little bit of Southern comes out. But you want to know what game really gets the Southern out? Shotgun Farmers. If you play that game with Tiff, literally not even a minute into the game. Oh, come on. What do you mean? It's just the Southern comes out in Tiff every time. It's crazy. It's good. Shocking Farmers. But yes, if Red Dead does have multiplayer, I would love to RP that game. Like I feel like they'd want to do that because of the fact that they see this, maybe they see the success with like GTA 5 RP, and they might want to be like, you know what, let's make that happen with Red Dead.
You know, that's probably what's going to happen, and then it's going to be like 6 years before like the next Red Dead comes out or whatever. And
listen,
the next...
if you can RP it, you know, you will find the longevity in that, because how many people would really be playing GTA 5 if there wasn't RP involved right now? Like if nobody wanted to do RP in that game, nobody had the ability to do RP, how many people do you think would actually be playing the game? Or like just multiplayer, just running around shooting things and whatnot? Probably not a lot.
I like running around and shooting people when I have a bad day.
Okay, well, so there'd be one person playing.
I'll play by myself. I do it all the time anyway.
Hey, you know what? Relatable. Just kidding. What does that even mean? Play Overwatch by myself every time.
You mean Salty Watch?
Listen, I bring Tiff into Salty Watch all the time, and it's fine. We just get mad together. F it. But yeah, Red Dead 2 would be pretty dope with multiplayer.
Ooh, Oversalt, that's real good.
Oversalt, Overtilt is another good one.
Oh my god.
Overtilt. There's a lot for Overwatch. It's fine.
So I have a really weird question, and I'm super sorry because I can hear it, and I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm hearing like a squeak when I talk from my lip rings. Can you guys hear it?
Mm-mm.
No,
okay, cool. I wanted to ask because I can hear it, and like, I'm like, dude, I don't want that to be like a really annoying thing that everybody's hearing.
Right. Can they hear it? No, I can hear it.
I mean, if you guys can't hear it, then they can't hear it.
Exactly.
At least that's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna go for.
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
I'm trying to find something for Lily.
Oh God.
The Shotgun Farmers.
Oh jeez.
Oh God.
I'm on a Nils Twitch, just searching, like scrolling really.
The clips. Hold on, there's a way.
I look for a way to search it.
Yeah.
Is it free? Because if it's free, I will totally play it with you.
It is not. It's like what, $7.99 or something?
Something like that.
I'll look for you.
Oh yeah, it's not, for some reason.
So I think you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one for sure.
Yeah, it's $9.99.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, I right now, like I said, I think the biggest game that I'm gonna really be getting into is Detroit Become Human, and then hopefully State of Decay 2 holds my interest for a little bit. But
yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that. Like, I kind of like the first one. I just feel like they could have expanded it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm interested because it's gonna be multiplayer, so you're gonna have like friends that can kind of like go out and get all this loot and whatnot with you and kill zombies, you know.
I really like what they're doing with the multiplayer. Like, if you die, like, you just start with a new character.
Yeah. Wait, is that actually a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I actually never played any of those.
State of Decay 2 is pretty good. I really enjoyed State of Decay 2. Or State of Decay. Did I say State of Decay 2?
You did.
State of Decay was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I just wish they expanded it a little bit more.
Yeah. Every time I played it, I was like, man, this game would be so good if there's multiplayer, if I just have my friends with me. And so they're doing it now, which makes you really excited. So we'll see.
Yeah, because we talked about it a little bit. I think it was last episode. Let me check my notes. Holy crap, my handwriting is awful.
I think it's
we talked about it last
I think it's going to be one of those things. I'm not going to go in with a lot of expectation with the game. And I think I'm going to get at least, you know, I don't want to say a couple of hours, but I'll get a decent amount of enjoyment out of it. So we shall see. This month, both of those games are coming out this month too, so it's going to be a lot of like bouncing between those two, which should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I still have BFA prep.
Oh yeah. Have fun with that.
I won't, because the last thing I need to get this achievement is I have to kill like a whole bunch of mobs and pray to God that I get the 7 quests that I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. What game?
World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Yeah, they're getting rid of some professions. Come BFA, and so all of the achievements for that certain profession are going to be legacy, which means you can't get them anymore. So I'm trying to finish up what achievements I can get before BFA drops. But holy crap, there's so much going on in BFA, and I'm like super excited about it.
Yeah.
Which is actually like legitimately 10 out of 10 hinting at like a World of Warcraft 2 or like another expansion after BFA already. Holy shit, yeah. So, I'll talk about this like super duper quick. Warlords of Draenor, you met the super annoying Draenei named Yerl. Right, and it's a completely alternate timeline. So all the orcs that are dead in current WoW are back. You know, like cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So after we left Draenor, they destroyed the portal, so they couldn't come back through. Blah 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 blah. Fast forward to Legion, where the Horde get the Makral orcs or whatever whatever they're called, stupid orcs. I don't like orcs. Anyways, it turns out, holy shit, Yerl goes Hitler and starts killing all of the orcs.
Oh, God.
What makes it worse is it's a 35-year difference between when we close the portal and when we go back to get the orcs.
Yeah, dang, okay.
But yeah, she's basically like, convert to the light or we're gonna kill you.
Interesting.
Like, holy shit! Just straight up Hitler and just starts genociding all the orcs.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is happening? I was just like, I mean, I don't like the orcs either, but like, I don't want them all to die.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh my god.
Like, the last expansion, I feel like with World of Warcraft expansions, it's a lot of people come back to the game for like a month or so, and then they kind of just fall off of it. Do you think this next one is going to be kind of like do you think this is going to be like a really big one that's going to keep a lot of people back to the game, or is it going to be another expansion?
You okay, baby?
Yeah. Being sick sucks.
It does. It really does. But going back
of drink.
Oh no.
I mean, I got some rum. Think that'll help?
Yeah. But going back to the question, yes and no. So I'm gonna say yes because this is gonna be the true war between the Horde and the Alliance. Mm-hmm. It's gonna finalize a lot of the old god stuff.
Yeah.
And since we fought them all throughout the different expansions, like this is supposed to be like the last one. We find out more about what happened with Illidan and the Naga and like a whole bunch of other lore pieces. Like this is going to be explaining a lot. So it's a little bit intriguing when you think about it because, you know, oh, well, this is the expansion where, you know, the Alliance might get Undercity back and claim it as their own. Or, you know, this might happen or this might happen. So it's like, it's a lot of interesting stuff and it's going to be a lot of closure. But at the same time, like, once you're done with that closure, what's there left to do?
Right.
So I think it's going to be fun for a little bit, and then like once you get like both sides of the story, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah. It's like not a whole lot you can really do. It's because you already know what's going on.
Pretty much. Like, so far,
Dang.
everything that I've heard for BFA, I'm super pumped. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I know this is going to happen. I think this is going to happen. And I know this is going to happen. And I can't believe this happened. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah. It's so
No,
exciting.
dude, seriously, you should hear me when I'm at work. Because I have a couple of friends that play WoW. And I'm like, dude, did you hear this is going to happen? It's great. It's great.
I mean, I'm happy that you have a game that you could totally nerd out with. I don't have anything right now that's like that.
Dude, I can nerd out on a lot.
Yeah. I just really I want to get into World of Warcraft so badly, but I get so overwhelmed so easily. I'm just like, I don't know. Every time I try, but I don't know. I'm very simplistic, I guess. Even though everybody says that they've made World of Warcraft now like stupid easy.
It really is, but like I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like you want to do. First off, that was a pen. That was not me. Okay. Because I know if I could hear it over my headphones, like I know you guys could hear it. Yeah. Anyways,
what'd you have for dinner, huh?
I made taquitos, like homemade taquitos.
Taquitos. Hell, all right, there you go.
Yeah, dude, I threw a pork butt in my slow cooker with a little bit of chipotle peppers. Just let that baby slow cook on low like all day, and then I shredded it, threw it in some.
Very nice.
Yeah, threw it in tortillas and fried them. Oh my god, they were so good.
Yeah, so good. Turn this into a cooking podcast. That'd be great.
I would just make everybody hungry.
Welcome to my morning streams every time. I'm so hungry, dude.
Well, guess who doesn't eat breakfast?
I mean, sometimes I do. I eat my guard salad in the morning. It's fine.
Dude, you need to switch your stuff with protein shakes.
Yeah, that is true.
That's what I drink like every single morning is a protein shake, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get where you're coming from with World of Warcraft. Like, I know what you want to do, and it's just the fact that there's so many different options. Like, when I first started playing, I'm like, whoa. Like, that's a lot of stuff to do. But then I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this now. I don't know if I want to do this. And it's like, bah.
Yeah. I think when I first started playing, it was just kind of like, I did so many quests. So, like, that's all I did was this quest over quest over quest. And I didn't really do the raids because I didn't have like a ton of people to play with at the time. Like my buddy Chris would play, and then his brother-in-law and his sister, they would play every so often, but that was it. I really had nobody else to play with at the time. So it would just be myself and Chris every so often, just doing a couple quests here and there, and that was it. And then slowly I started, getting more friends that played World of Warcraft, and I would do quests, and I would dabble in some of the like the dungeons and things like that, but it would, I don't know, it just, after that I just kind of like, okay, what else do I do now? I would get to like level 40 and then I would just stop. And that's kind of what's happening right now, is that I kind of do, I make a character, I did some quests for a bit until I got to like level like 15 or so, and then I started just doing dungeon finders, and getting gear and loot from there, and leveling from that. And I know when I played back in the day, you had to be summoned. You had to get like these stones or whatever, and you had to be summoned to whichever raid it was. And now it seems like that's all I do, and it's like kind of boring because it's kind of like all I do is just do like dungeons all day, and I don't really get anything to upgrade right now. But I don't know. It doesn't pique my interest right now. Just I want to look cool and I want to get all the loot, but I don't know.
No, I completely understand. I mean, that's pretty much, let's summon people. Because, like, back before fucking Dungeon and Raid Finder, like, it was difficult as hell to find a group of people. And then, like, they were like, oh, I got a hearth, can you summon me? And it's just like,
yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like, running, and that was before mounts were even when I
No, they
when I
had
was
ground
playing-
mounts at level
Yeah.
60, but like it was stupid expensive and it was
Yeah.
super hard to get the money. And then it was just like, bleh.
Bleh.
Mhm.
And yet people who've never played vanilla are like, I want to play vanilla. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
As someone who's played vanilla, like, I get it. Like, for me, it would be nostalgia, but it's
Yeah.
not something like I would, you know,
Yeah. It
keep
just seems like
doing.
yeah. I don't know. Wow. Wowie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's-
wow, wee, wow.
It's
Wow,
been
wow, we
2
bow.
hours.
Yep. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we wrap up?
I really don't have anything unless Tiff does.
I think we covered a good bit.
Yeah, we're good.
Lawsuit hamsters, you know.
Right? I mean, that
Dang,
was
lost
definitely the
your
high.
business.
That was definitely the highlight of the podcast for sure.
Lawsuit hamster.
Lawsuit hamster.
Oh my good
Ti-
lord.
title of the podcast: Lawsuit hamster with
And
Lily.
they have to like listen. Oh no, no.
Huh? What happened?
What?
F.
Tiff?
Can't hear anything.
I think your audio went out. Oh god.
Hello.
Oh,
Cut it. Wrap it up, dude. We're out of here. Hello.
Sorry, my headphones got like destroyed.
are you okay? Can you hear now?
I can hear.
Okay,
Hello.
cool.
Come in. Hello.
I'm in. I'm here.
All right, you
Yeah,
ready?
Of course.
Ready, ready,
Yeah.
ready?
I'm always ready for you, Lily.
Tiff, there you go. All about you.
It's all about me. I'm Crazy Redhead. Follow me on Twitch, Crazy Redhead 8. That's pretty much it. I'm just a redhead. That's crazy.
You got the cute emotes.
I got cute emotes. My puppy Kramer do. And then my rage, and then my K face, because that's all I do. Make that face. That Lily made me.
Yeah, I did. I totally did.
I can't stop coughing.
Oh, it's okay.
It's the greatest.
You're dying.
Just
Anil.
Listen, don't die. All right. Hello. My name is Anil. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Anil_. I typically do morning streams. And right now it's just pretty much Overwatch until I find other games to play. Like I said, I stream in the mornings, 8 a.m. till 12. And sometimes I do night streams. Just follow me on Twitter and I'll let you guys know when I do go live. But yeah, pretty much it.
Lily! Haha, it's me! You're already here, so this is my Twitch. So far, I just stream Wednesdays. I keep telling myself, I'm going to stream at night, and then I never do. I have Twitter, I have a website, I do stuff, and if you subscribe to me, I got cute little chinchilla emotes. That's about it. I stream WoW. Pachoo. Oop, there we go. That was a fun podcast.
Yay! We did it.
But I hope to see you all next week. Same bat channel, same bat place.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good weekend.
Yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. Hope to see you. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. Cue the music. Boop.